Hello and welcome to our video on the biography of Sally Ride, the first American woman to travel to space. In this video, we will take a deep dive into the life and achievements of Sally Ride and explore how she became an inspiration to millions of people around the world. Early life and education. Sally Ride was born on May 26, 1951, in Los Angeles, California. Her parents were both involved in science, with her mother working as a volunteer counselor at a local women's prison and her father being a political science professor. Sally was a gifted student and excelled in math and science from a young age. Sally attended Stanford University, where she earned a Bachelor of Science in Physics and a Bachelor of Arts in English. She went on to earn a Master of Science and a PhD in Physics from Stanford as well, with a specialization in X-ray astrophysics. NASA career. Sally Ride joined NASA in 1978, when she responded to an advertisement in the Stanford student newspaper seeking applicants for the space program. She was one of 8,000 people who applied, and one of only 35 who were accepted into the program. In 1983, Sally Ride made history when she became the first American woman to travel to space aboard the Challenger space shuttle. She was part of the STS-7 mission, which was also the first mission to include 2 women astronauts. Sally Ride went on to fly on one more space shuttle mission, STS-41G, in 1984. During her time at NASA, she also served on several committees related to space exploration and was a vocal advocate for science education and outreach. Post-NASA career. After leaving NASA in 1987, Sally Ride continued to be involved in science education and outreach. She founded Sally Ride Science, a company dedicated to encouraging young people, especially girls, to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, fields. Sally also served on several national commissions related to science education and was a member of the President's Committee of Advisors on Science and Technology during the Clinton and Obama administrations. Legacy. Sally Ride's legacy as a trailblazer and advocate for science education continues to inspire people all over the world. She is remembered for her courage, intelligence, and dedication to advancing the cause of space exploration and STEM education. In 2013, Sally Ride was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Her legacy lives on through organizations like Sally Ride Science, which inspire and empower the next generation of scientists and engineers. Sally Ride was also a talented athlete and considered pursuing a career in tennis before ultimately deciding to focus on science and engineering. During her time at NASA, Sally Ride served as a mission specialist and was responsible for operating the shuttle's robotic arm and conducting experiments in space. Sally Ride's historic spaceflight on the Challenger in 1983 was not without its challenges. The mission experienced a number of technical difficulties, including a malfunctioning satellite and a problem with the shuttle's cooling system. After leaving NASA, Sally Ride became a professor of physics at the University of California, San Diego, where she taught until her death in 2012. Sally Ride was also an accomplished author and wrote several books on science for children, including the award-winning To Space and Back. In addition to her work with Sally Ride Science, Sally was also involved in several other organizations dedicated to promoting science education and outreach, including the National Science Foundation and the Women's Sports Foundation. Sally Ride's legacy as a role model and inspiration to young people, especially girls, continues to be celebrated through various initiatives and events. In 2018, the United States Postal Service issued a commemorative stamp honoring Sally Ride as part of its STEM education series. Sally Ride was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 1988, and in 2017, she was posthumously honored with a statue in her likeness at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Florida. Sally Ride's legacy as a role model and inspiration to young people, especially girls, continues to be celebrated through various initiatives and events. In 2018, the United States Postal Service issued a commemorative stamp honoring Sally Ride as part of its STEM education series. Sally Ride was also a strong advocate for LGBT rights and became the first known LGBT astronaut when her obituary revealed that she had been in a same-sex relationship with her partner, Tam O'Shaughnessy, for 27 years. Sally Ride passed away on July 23, 2012, at the age of 61 after a 17-month battle with pancreatic cancer. Her death was met with an outpouring of tributes and condolences from around the world, with many people remembering her as a trailblazer, a role model, and a hero. Sally Ride was a lifelong learner and continued to pursue her interests in science and engineering throughout her life. In 2001, she earned a dual degree in physics and English from the University of California, Los Angeles. Sally Ride's groundbreaking spaceflight on the Challenger in 1983 was not without its challenges. She and her fellow crew members had to endure cramped living conditions, sleep deprivation, and other physical and mental stressors during their time in space. After leaving NASA, Sally Ride founded Sally Ride Science, a company dedicated to promoting science education and encouraging young people, especially girls, to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, fields. Sally Ride was also a strong advocate for environmental conservation and served on the boards of several organizations dedicated to protecting the planet, including the Earth Science Enterprise Advisory Council and the National Research Council Space Studies Board. In addition to her work with Sally Ride Science, Sally was also involved in several other initiatives aimed at promoting science education and outreach, including the Sally Ride Club, which provided opportunities for middle school students to participate in hands-on science activities. Sally Ride's legacy as a trailblazer and inspiration to young people continues to be celebrated through various initiatives and events. In 2020, the United States Mint announced that it would be issuing a commemorative coin in honor of Sally Ride, making her the first living person and first LGBTQ+ person to be featured on a U.S. coin. Sally Ride was not only a trailblazer in the field of space exploration but also a dedicated educator and mentor. She was known for her passion for teaching and for inspiring young people to pursue careers in science and engineering, and she often spoke about the importance of having role models and mentors in these fields. Sally Ride was also an accomplished pilot and held several aviation-related records and achievements, including being the first woman to fly the T-38 supersonic jet and the first woman to serve as a member of the Presidential Commission on the Space Shuttle Challenger accident. Sally Ride's contributions to science education and outreach have been recognized with numerous awards and honors, including the Jefferson Award for Public Service, the Women in Science and Engineering Lifetime Achievement Award, and the National Space Grant Distinguished Service Award. In addition to her work with Sally Ride Science, Sally was also involved in several other initiatives aimed at promoting science education and outreach, including the Sally Ride Club, which provided opportunities for middle school students to participate in hands-on science activities. Sally Ride's legacy continues to inspire people all over the world to pursue their dreams and to make a difference in the world. She is remembered not only as a trailblazer and pioneer but also as a passionate educator, mentor, and advocate for science education and outreach. In 2019, NASA announced that it would be naming a new lunar crater after Sally Ride, in honor of her contributions to space exploration and science education. The crater is located near the Moon's south pole and is one of several recently named after notable women and people of color. Sally Ride continued to be involved in space-related initiatives and organizations throughout her life. She served on the board of directors for the Challenger Center for Space Science Education, a nonprofit organization dedicated to inspiring young people to pursue careers in science and engineering, and was a member of the Review of U.S. Human Spaceflight Plans Committee, which was tasked with assessing the future of space exploration. Sally Ride was also an advocate for diversity and inclusion in science and engineering, and worked to promote opportunities for underrepresented groups in these fields. She was a member of the National Science Board Task Force on Women and Minorities in Science and Engineering, and worked to increase access to education and opportunities for women, people of color, and other marginalized groups. Sally Ride was a recipient of numerous awards and honors throughout her life, including the National Space Society's Space Pioneer Award, the NCAA's Theodore Roosevelt Award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which she received in 2013, posthumously. Conclusion. In conclusion, Sally Ride was a true pioneer in the field of space exploration and a tireless advocate for science education and outreach. Her life and legacy continue to inspire people all over the world to pursue their dreams and to strive for excellence in all that they do. Thank you for watching this video on the biography of Sally Ride. Subscribe and like this video so that you will not miss the next video. Comment down below today.